Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be about the 7 things that I used to do that seem weird to me now that I'm a minimalist. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's just get into it. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm standing up for this video. I figured I'd give you a different background. I don't know, I want to like switch up my backgrounds every now and then. So the first thing that I want to mention that I think is so weird to me now is that I used to purchase fast fashion over and over and over again. I would purchase like a couple shirts and then the next day I would purchase more. And I didn't even get to like have those shirts in my hand yet and I'm still purchasing fast fashion like because I seen it on a magazine or a celebrity wearing it. So needless to say, I was so silly on how I spent my money back then. I mean, I think we all grow up at a point in time in life, but when it came to me purchasing fast fashion, that is something that seems really weird to me now because I purchase things that I like and always neutrals, and I don't own not one fast fashion item. I mean, I don't consider I do. I only own like, I want to say at least 15 pieces in my wardrobe, maybe 17, but I'm happy that I'm out of that fast fashion phase because that phase can make you go crazy and can make you broke. So I'm not trying to get back into that ever again. The second thing that is weird to me now is I used to purchase shoes, like a bunch of shoes. I had at least like 10 pairs of sneakers and like 30 pairs of sandals. I'm not even kidding you guys, and I'm not exaggerating. I had every color Old Navy put out and I never even wore like half of those. This is back when I was like 19, 20. But that era where the flip-flops were, I don't know if they still are, like I don't really go out my way and purchase things like that anymore, but the flip-flops were $1 at Old Navy, and the minute that sale was about to come, I would put like an alert on my phone and then go to the mall right away and go grab as many flip-flops as I could. And there was like flip-flop fights with people grabbing sizes because in my area everyone's a size 8. Well, all the women are a size 8, and those were the ones to sell out the fastest, so I was right there in line going to grab my flip-flops. So needless to say, I owned a lot of shoes for no reason because I never wore any of them, you guys. I only wore like, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 pairs of shoes, and that was it. All the rest, like, I ended up donating after I became a minimalist, but I find it very strange that I used to spend a lot of money on shoes that I never wore. Again, we live and we learn, and I'm glad that I learned a lesson from that because I wasted a lot of money. Number 3 is never looking at reviews when purchasing an item. I would just go online or in the store, I would just grab an item and purchase it, never looking at reviews. Now, the older Kira is looking at reviews the minute I put something in my hand or the minute I look at things online. I try my best to look at least 10 to 15 reviews before purchasing that item. I was purchasing items that had like 1-star reviews because I went back to like my old purchases. Back in the day, I used to purchase on eBay, not Amazon, because I think like when I was like 19, it was around 2010. So Amazon wasn't as big as it is now, but eBay was. And all of my old purchases, like no wonder why those items broke on me, because they all had bad reviews. I could have just helped myself with just reading the reviews and not buying it, but yeah, I find that very weird and strange of me that I never looked in reviews. I just bought unconsciously. Number 4, I think is something we can all relate to, and that is I used to purchase food that I would never eat. So, you know when you have those like health kicks and you go to the grocery store and you're like, I'm gonna be healthy for next week. I'm gonna buy lettuce, spinach, kale, even though I don't like kale. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna make something with it and I'm gonna be healthy. And then the next week comes and that kale just sits and sits in your fridge until it's wilted down and you have to throw it out. That was me. Not with kale, I love kale. But my thing is spinach. I hate spinach unless it's like in a certain dish where I can't really taste it. But I was buying like bags of spinach when I lived with my mom, trying to be like this healthy guru. And at the end of the week, I would never ate it and it went to the trash every time. So I used to purchase food and it would just go to waste. And that is so silly of me. I have not done that in oh my god, I want to say like 3.5 years now, I have not purchased food that has not been eaten. Like all the food that we purchase, like our thing is that we eat everything that's in the house before going grocery shopping. That's just how we do it. I know a lot of people don't like to wait last minute like that, but we like to use up all of our produce and stuff before going to get new produce. Unless it's like almond milk, then we'll grab almond milk because we need that for our cereal and stuff. But yeah, that was like so silly of me, is to just waste food, because food waste is a huge problem in the US, and I feel so bad that I was actually contributing back in the day to that food waste. But I'm glad that I'm out of that. Number 5, and this one's a little, I can't even like believe I'm gonna say this on camera, but I used to treat my phone like it was a human being. Like it had different cases, which to me were like outfits. It had ringtones I would pay for, backgrounds, like this is like 2011, 2012, around there. And I had, I think it was like around 20 to 30 cases for the phone. And it was just so silly. Like I treated my phones like they were a human being or a baby. And I think of it now like, all right, I only own one case for my phone. That's it. And I'll have it linked down below, the case I have, if you guys do not know which one it is. It's the Unicorn Beetle. It's a really great case. But I've had this case for, I want to say like almost 2 years. It has not broken on me, and I've dropped it plenty of times, but that one case works perfectly fine. Back in the day, like I can't believe I spent so much money on Victoria's Secret cases, little theme cases. You know, like there was like cases where they were like 3D looking, like as a giant teddy bear or like a giant donut. I was the one to buy those. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing to even say on camera. But I'm glad that I'm out of that stage where I'm not treating my phone like it's a human being, because it's not. Number 6 is purchasing makeup just because. Again, I think we've all gone through this stage, especially with the YouTube beauty gurus. I used to follow a ton of makeup gurus on YouTube. Carly Bybel, I think that's how you say your name. I mean, I totally forgot because I haven't watched these girls in a very long time. Nicole Guerrero, like whatever they mentioned, I would go out to the drugstore or whatever and I would purchase it just because. And my room, like I wish I had pictures of how my room was. Even my mom was like, don't you think you have a little too much makeup? And back then the old Kira was like, no, I don't. Like, you know how fresh teenagers are. But literally, like say that was like my bedroom, it would be like half of that wall back there filled with makeup storage. And there was a time where like I would open up my lipsticks and I would see like white little dots on it, and I'm like, I would like cut it off thinking like, oh, there's something wrong with that side, when really that was like bacteria. I mean, I never used them, I just hoarded them. It's definitely funny to say that now, and it's funny to look back on how much makeup I had, but thinking about how much money I spent and lost is not funny. But it seems weird to me because now the only makeup items that I use is like lip gloss, like 2 or 3 eyeshadows, and concealer, and like a little eyebrow pencil. That's it. Back then I had drawers of primer, eyeshadows, like I kid you not, I had at least 50 eyeshadow palettes, and I only used like 1 out of all of those. So that is something that I look back on like thinking like, how, like why did I do that? But then again, you do live and you learn, and I'm glad that I did stop with the makeup because my face cleared up. And not only with my face clearing up, but my storage spot actually cleared up. All those little storage compartments that I had, I actually donated to a couple people at my job because I was working there while I was a makeup hoarder. Well, towards the beginning stage, and they get better use out of those little drawers than them just sitting there filled with makeup that I didn't use. And number 7, the last thing on this list that I find that's very strange to me was I used to purchase items, any kind of item, because someone else had it. A little background story, I used to purchase a lot of replica items when I was like 18, 19, 20, around those ages, and I wanted to fit in so bad. I wanted to have what everyone else was having, when deep down inside I should have realized like what I have is what I need. But of course, like I said, we live and we learn, and the things that I used to buy were like fake Louis Vuitton bags, fake Gucci bags, fake Versace shoes, like all name brand stuff that was fake, because there is a market around here that you can go there and just buy stuff that's like, it's literally a purse with the logo on it and it's like 20 bucks. And I used to buy like all of them. I used to save my checks, go to that little replica market and spend so much money on items just because other people had them. I had so many like fake Ray-Bans, and the thing with those fake Ray-Bans is they were so small and the logo was here, and that's like all I wanted was just the logo to show, which is like, why? Like, why, Kiera? I think like the worst thing I purchased with me trying to fit in was when those Cartier necklaces or rings, I think it was rings, or the bracelet. It was the bracelet. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. This is a long time ago. It was the bracelet where it had like the little dots on it. I wanted one so bad, and I found one on eBay, and it was fake, and it was $40. And of course, I purchased it. I wore it everywhere until like my wrist started getting really itchy, and I remember like it being on fire. And then I opened the bracelet up, like the inside, it had like all little black dots on it, and I'm like, I tried to like scrub it away. Now I realize that could have been some kind of infection that like went onto my skin, and my skin was like, whoa, 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 what is this on you? Like, take this off. And of course, silly me got rid of that one because I thought it was broken, and then I bought another like Cartier ring. So I never learned my lesson until I became a minimalist and realizing that I have my own unique style. Everyone has their own unique style, and we shouldn't be copying everybody. I know we are influenced by others, but we shouldn't go to the point with copying like what they wear, or like, you know what I'm talking about, like copying them like 24/7. Just, it's best to be yourself, because that's when you know and understand true happiness, and basically where it comes from is within yourself. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little different, but I sat down one day and I thought of all the things that I used to spend my money on that seem so weird to me now, because I barely spend my money on anything. I want to say like, except for like certain things, like a month, like maybe 1 month we will purchase like some ice cream, like vegan ice cream, obviously. Like those are like the little treats. But other than that, I'm happy with everything that I have. I use everything that I own. There's nothing that's like hidden in the closet. Everything is getting use, and that's what I love, because nothing is going to waste anymore. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.